Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are just joining me for the first time on YouTube, my name is Eliliadre Kediwa and I'm a forex trader and I'm also a personal finance enthusiast. I make videos about forex trading and I also make videos on personal finance, on investing in the stock market, and also I also make videos. I review applications that I use for investing like Bamboo, Rise, and other platforms. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to plot your support and resistance levels. Now, for those of us that are just hearing about support and resistance for the first time, basically support and resistance are price level. They are price level on the chart where the market is most likely going to react from. There are areas on the chart where price is most likely going to react. We call them support and resistance. Whenever price is moving up, just like you can see here, I'm going to use my arrow to demonstrate this. Whenever price is moving up and then price gets to a particular level and then price is not able to break above that level and then price starts bouncing, where it bounces off that level and starts coming down, that level becomes a resistance. And then on the contrary, whenever price is coming down, whenever price is in a downtrend and then price is coming down and then price gets to a particular level and then the market is not able to break below that level. The market gets to that level and then bounces off that level to the upside and then starts moving up. That level now becomes a support. So when you go to your chart and then you look at your chart, you realize that price continually makes supports and resistance. When the support level gets broken, that support level becomes resistance, could potentially become resistance rather. And then when the resistance level gets broken, that resistance level could potentially become support. So this is how the market continually makes supports and resistance. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to draw your support and resistance level like a pro. Now, when drawing your support and resistance levels, the first thing you need to take note of is that support and resistance levels are they are better drawn on higher time frames. You know why? Because when you do your support and resistance levels on higher time frames, they tend to hold more significance on the longer term than when they are drawn on a time frame like a 1 hour time frame or a 30 minutes or 15 minutes time frame. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that support and resistance levels drawn on lower time frames like 15 minutes don't work. They work actually, they do. But what I'm saying is that when the support level is drawn on higher time frames, it holds more significance. It is stronger than when it is drawn on lower time frames. So that's the first thing we need to take note of. Our support and resistance levels are more significant, are stronger when they are drawn on higher time frames. Okay. So I'm going to be switching to my monthly time frame now. Now we're going to start from the monthly time frame. Now, usually, what I like to do whenever I want to draw my support and resistance levels, I like to use my blue bars. So there's something that I call major levels and minor levels. Major levels and minor levels. The major levels are levels that have been tested multiple times through many years, from at least 5 years and above. I call them my major levels. And then I have my minor levels. Minor levels are levels that have been tested and then they have held within a shorter period of time, like 1 week, like 2 weeks. No, the minor levels have been tested for a shorter period than major levels. Major levels have been tested for a longer duration of time. So that's why I call them major levels. And I use my blue bar to draw my major levels, while I use my yellow bar to draw my minor levels. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to be removing all my drawings. I will remove all the drawings I have of my chart. Let me make this smaller. So I'm going to pick up my blue bar. This is my blue bar here, the rectangle. And then I'm going to start from my left hand side and I will extend it. Now, I'm looking out for areas that have the most touches on the chart. As you can see here, this area where it's touch goes here, bounced off it. Where it got here, bounced off it 2 times. And even here to press, touched it and bounced off it. So this level right here is a major level. This level right here is a major level. Okay. So this level right here is a major level because it has been tested multiple times in the past. So I'm going to draw my blue bar and then I'm going to extend it all the way to my right hand side. Now it's important to make this blue bar as thin as possible when drawing it. You know why? Because by the time we start scaling down to lower time frames, you realize that this small blue bar that you're seeing right here, that is very small, it can cover as much as 100 to 200 pips. Yeah, I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. Yeah. It can cover as much as 100 to 200 pips. So it's very important that you make this your bars when you are doing it. You make the bars as thin as possible. Okay. So I've plotted my first level right here. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to come here and I'm going to clone this. Now the next major support and resistance level I can see here, in this one right here, where it's got here could not break above and then bounced off. Where it was coming up again, got here, bounced off. So this right here is another major level that I can see. Yes. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but this right here is also another level. You might be thinking to yourself that this one right here is also another level. Is my blue bar. Yes, this one is another level. And you might also be thinking to yourself that this one right here is also another level. Yes, you are correct. But you see, when you are plotting your support and resistance levels, you want to focus on the most recent price action. You want to focus on the most recent price action. This is January 2023. That's over 2 years ago. We don't want to draw our support and yes, I know it is. Yes. Past price action is important to us in doing our support and resistance level. Yes, that's true. But this is too far away. This is February 2023. This is May, August 2015. It is too far away. We want to draw our support and resistance levels around the areas, around the most recent price action. And from what you can see, this right here is the most recent price action. So you want to draw a support and resistance levels around this zone, around this area right here. All right. So I'm done with my monthly time frame here. Now, sometimes when doing the support and resistance levels, the candles on the monthly time frame might appear too small, where you cannot really see the levels clearly. So in such cases, what you can do is to scale down to the weekly time frame. And then in some other cases, the candles on the weekly time frame might appear too big, right? So in such cases, you cannot scale higher with the monthly time frame. So it depends on what the chart gives to you. And from what you can see here, the candles are too small. This candle here is too small. We cannot really see the level properly. So in this case, we can now scale down to our weekly time frame to see if there are any levels that we missed out. From what I can see here, these levels are pretty accurate. They are pretty accurate. These levels are good. So now let's scale over to the daily time frame. Now we have a resistance level here on the daily time frame. But if you go back to the weekly time frame, you will notice that it is actually quite we can actually draw it here, but it's actually quite small. But on the daily time frame, we can see it clearly, right? We can see it clearly. So when doing your support and resistance levels, you are going to be needing to you need to use discretion. So that's the word I'm looking for. You are going to need to use discretion at certain points. So I'm going to use now. The reason why I'm using my yellow bar to map out this level is because this level has been tested multiple times, yes, but it has only been tested recently. It was first tested around July 2025 rather. And then it was tested again around the same July 2025. And then tested again around the same July 25th, 2025. And then tested again around on June, on July 30th, 2025. And then tested again September 2025. From July to September is what? 2 months, right? So this level has only been tested for 2 months. So I'm not saying this level is not strong. It is actually. But you cannot compare a level that has been tested over 10, 15, 20 years to a level that has only been tested over 2 months. So this is one I always advise to do your support and resistance levels on higher time frames, like the monthly and weekly. For a level to be a strong level on the monthly time frame, then it means that that level has been tested and trusted over many years. All right? It means that level has been tested and trusted over many years. Okay? So let's switch now to another page. So that let me use another page. Let's look at let me look at okay, let's take AUDJPY. AUDJPY. Now what's the first thing? Let's go to our monthly time frame. Remember, always start drawing your support and resistance levels from the monthly time frame. Now take a look at this. Now take a look at this level. These levels were tested April 2013, tested December 2014, then tested here again October 2024. Can you see from 2013 to 2024, that's what 14 years. Sorry, 11 years, right? 2013 to 2024. Yes, 11 years. This level has been tested over 11 years. And funny enough, actually, it has also been tested in the past as well, in 2007 and 2008. So can you see why this level will be a strong level? Can you see why? And I can tell you for a fact that when price gets here, there's a very high probability that price is going to react around this zone. There's a very high probability. Why? Because it has been tested multiple times over many years. It has been tested multiple times over many years. Right? So the first thing we're going to do now, let's take away all these joints. Remove 7 joints. Good. Now I'm going to pick up my blue bar. This is my blue bar now. I can see this level. This level was tested. Where it's got here again could not break above it. Bounce. Where it's got here also here could not break above it. Bounce. So this level is a strong level. I'm going to drop my blue bar and then extend it all the way to the right. And then make it as thin as possible. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to adjust yes. Yeah, this is good. I'm going to come here and clone. Now I can also see this level. Price got here, bounced up, it could not break above it. So this level right here is also a strong level, a strong support and resistance level. Now the next one I can see right here is this one right here. Price got here, could not break above, bounced. Price was moving up, could not break above this level, bounced to the downside. Price was coming down, could not break above this level, bounced to the upside. Price was moving up, could not break above the level, bounced to the downside. So that level is also another strong support and resistance level. We're going to adjust this a little bit into the future. Yeah, this is good. And I'm going to clone this again. And then now this level right here is a strong level. This one right here is also another strong level. But I will not be plotting a support or resistance level here. You know why? Because the current price action is here. moving to the upside. The current price action is moving to the upside. And this is what? 2020. So you want to plot your support and resistance levels around the most recent price action. You want to draw them around the most recent price action. So I will not be drawing this level here. Rather, I'll be moving it to the most recent price action around this zone. Price was moving up, could not break above this level, and then started dropping. The same thing happened here. Price got here, bounced up this level, and then it started moving up, could not break above this level, and then bounced up again. The same thing happened here again. When price bounced up this support level, price started moving up, could not break above this level, started going down again. So instead of putting this level here, I'll be moving this one all the way up here. Yeah, this is good. This is perfect. I'll just extend it back a little bit. Yes, this is good. This is good. And then maybe I can just add one more. I can just add one more, maybe around here. Let's see. This is good. This is good. Price tested here, bounced off. Price tested it, bounced off. Price broke above it, but came back up above. Yeah, this is good. I can also put this one here. I will leave. I think I will leave it here. I will leave it here. Now this is good. Yes. Now let's scale down because you see, whenever you plot your levels on monthly time frame, there might be some certain levels that you will not really see on the weekly time frame, on the monthly time frame rather. But when you down scale lower to the weekly time frame, that's when you now see it. So when I finish doing my levels on the monthly time frame, what I like to do is I like to scale down to the weekly time frame to see if there are any minor levels that I missed on the monthly time frame, right? So whenever I draw my levels on the monthly time frame, I like to go down to the weekly time frame to see if there are any levels I missed. Now looking at the weekly time frame, I can see this level right here. Price was moving up, could not break above this level, started coming down. Price tested it here again, could not break below it, started going up. Price got here, could not continue moving up, started coming down. Price got here again, tested the level, started coming down. Now, price is currently there. There is a very high probability that price might bounce off from this level. Okay? There is a very high probability that price might bounce off from this level. Now, this level has only been tested from between November 2023 to 2025, which we are currently in. Roughly around, let's say around less than 2 years, less than 3 years. So because this level has not been tested for a longer period of time, I will not be using my blue bars. Rather, I'll be using my yellow bar to map out this level. I'll be using my yellow bars to map out this level. Like so. Then I want to make it as thin as possible. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Now let me scale down to the daily time frame to see what we have. Now can you see this? Can you see this? This is a sweet cell setup that we have on AEDJPY. A sweet cell setup. And funny enough, I was actually waiting for price to give me a clear direction. If it was going to head higher or head lower. Now price is now giving me a confirmation that it actually wants to head lower. Let me see that I have this trend line going. Okay, okay. It's actually a sweet sell into this trend line. Okay. Now in this video, before I continue, please, if you are watching this video, please, I would like you to hit that like button. You see it somewhere around your screen. Hit that like button. Please go down to the comment section and drop your comments. Tell me what you think about this video. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you think I can improve my videos. And also, please kindly hit that subscribe button to support me and to support my channel. Please kindly do that for me, and I will highly, highly, highly appreciate it. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. So in this video, we have learned how to draw our support and resistance levels. We have learned that support and resistance are better drawn on monthly time frames. And one more thing I forgot to mention is that support and resistance levels are not lines; they are zones. They are zones. They are not lines. All right. So we have learned that our support and resistance levels are better drawn on monthly time frames and weekly time frames. Because when drawn on higher time frames like the monthly and weekly, they tend to hold more significance. And then we have also looked at how I use my blue bands to map out my major levels and how I use my yellow bands to map out my minor levels. And then I also explained that my major levels, which I map out with my blue bars, are levels that have been tested over a long period of time, from 5, 10, 15, 20 years and above. And then my yellow bar, my minor levels, are levels that have only been tested for a short period of time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, a few weeks, right? So those are my major levels and my minor levels. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you have learned a thing or two, you have gotten value from this video, please kindly drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel about this video. And please kindly drop me a like and hit that subscribe button down there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.